And now the following programme contains themes of silliness and irreverence, which some viewers may find funny.
As the country went into lockdown in March 2020, our cameras began following a small theatre troupe in Greater Manchester to see how they would adapt to the new normal. Like so many groups up and down the country, the amateur players quickly turned to modern day technologies, and group leader Jeremy Andrews pioneered new ways for the members to have fun.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay.
Great. What game would you like to start with this week?
Word association?
Great, Mike. Great. Thank you. Okay, let's not judge ideas. Remember, this is a safe space. So we'll make a story or a statement of one word at a time. Just say the first thing that pops into your head. Everyone gets to say just one word, and you can say full stop if you think it's the end of a sentence. Right. Mike, do you want to start?
Sure. Everyone
Hates this.
game.
Full stop.
Okay. Joan, why don't you start a new one?
Okay. People.
Say,
Jeremy
Is
Talented.
but
Actually,
Jeremy
is
a
Deidre, it's your turn.
I can't think.
Just say the first thing that pops into your head. Try not to overthink it, just say the first thing. So, people say Jeremy is talented, but actually, Jeremy is a...
Dick.
Okay, great. Shall we keep playing? Because I'd kind of planned that we would do games for about 10 minutes or so. So...
let's start a new one that isn't about anyone here.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
idea.
Yes.
Good idea.
Great. Okay, who wants to start?
I will.
Great, thank you. Right, when you're ready.
I
have
Always.
enjoyed.
these
Sessions.
And
Each
week.
They
get
More.
Boring.
I said not to make it about anyone here. Let's do one about the theatre.
Yeah.
I'll start. Actors.
Are
all
egotists.
Keep going.
And
plays
Are
often
rubbish.
Great, brilliant. Yep, well done.
Joan has been a member of the theatre group for 11 years. Joan lives with her brother, Maurice. During lockdown, the siblings have embraced video calling so much that now much of their daily life revolves around being on screen.
We love it, don't we?
we do, yes.
What do you love about it?
Everything, really.
Yes, everything.
Feels very safe.
Easy.
Comfortable. I like being in my own space.
Our own space.
You can do everything you want on here.
Yes.
We probably talk more now than when we weren't on here.
I'm upstairs.
And I'm downstairs.
Yes, she's downstairs.
And he's upstairs.
And have you been out much?
Don't need to.
Don't need to. Not with this.
I mean, we do go out.
We go out for walks.
Where do you go?
Wherever we want, really. You just change your background and you're there. Oh, these are one of my favourites.
We love it.
Oh, I've always loved the beach.
It reminds me of Morecambe, but with palm trees.
He just sits there in the sun, but I like the water.
But Joan, there isn't any water.
Yes, there is. I've got a washing up basin down here, so I can just have a little paddle.
There's a lovely cafe we like.
There is.
They do lovely coffee.
I always order an Eccles cake. They don't always have them, mind. It depends on when the Asda man's been.
So do you eat together on here?
Oh yes, it's important to have that time together, sharing a meal.
I like it on here, because Maurice has never had great table manners. So on here, I just stop his video and it's so much better.
Do you ever argue?
Yes, he just sulks. He mutes himself.
I do sulk.
He mutes me. I was muted for a whole day once.
Is it true you recently got a cat?
Yeah, we did. We got a Zoom cat. Oh.
Cats can stop you feeling lonely.
Maurice is very good with all that. He sets up the camera.
And we can just log on and have a look at her.
Yeah, Maurice is very good with all that. I'd miss him if he wasn't there.
Would you?
Yes, yes, I would.
We love the cat. Sometimes I do let her in here, but mostly she's on the Zoom.
Allergies. We play games on here.
We do?
Games?
Yeah.
What sort of games?
Hide and seek.
How do you play hide and seek?
Well, I usually hide and then Maurice just watches and tries to find me. I might be behind the curtain. I might be behind the armchair. Yeah, so he just calls out, "Are you behind the curtain? Are you behind the armchair?" That kind of thing, really. One of his favourites.
It was.
Was? You always say you love that game.
Not so much.
Why don't you like it anymore?
It doesn't matter.
Is this because of the day you found me in my coat? You told me you saw the funny side.
What happened on the day in your coat?
I was playing. About 3/4 of an hour I was playing. Are you behind the curtain? Are you behind the settee?
And where was she hiding?
She'd gone to Asda to pick up some Eccles cakes.
Retired plumber Jim recently joined the theatre group and is now attending sessions for the first time. Remarkably, Jim has never set foot inside a theatre during his entire life. Encouraged by his longtime friend, Jack, Jim is in that enviable position of discovering the joys of the theatre for the first time. Lucky man.
So, what do you think?
We haven't done anything yet.
We've been playing games.
Exactly. When do we start the theatre?
This is it. You don't understand how it works yet. It's very nuanced.
What? Zip, zap, bang?
It's boing.
What?
We're freeing ourselves.
Arty-farty, more like.
No, it's artistic. We're artistic intellectuals. Remember, you don't know anything about the theatre.
One of the lads at work took his kiddie to see a panto. That were theatre, he said.
Panto is good, but it isn't proper theatre.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Who was that to?
Ellen.
Well, I can't see.
Well, I was looking at you.
Can't we just say names and not bother with the clap?
It's called Pass the Clap.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds.
Derek is a veteran of the theatre group. Early on in lockdown, Derek was inspired to nourish the nation's spirits by reciting sonnets, which he then posted on Instagram, much to the delight of other group members. Fellow members Mary and Elizabeth have been particularly moved by Derek's performances.
When he speaks, I feel it's just so moving. Sorry, I'm getting emotional just talking about it. There's such a depth.
Recently, Derek has given up reading sonnets and is pioneering a new, groundbreaking and radical form of spoken word expression.
After use, replace cap and turn clockwise until you hear a click. Usage. Directions for use. Toilets apply under rim and leave to act for 30 minutes.
He is so good.
This piece is clever because I feel it's particularly political in what he's trying to convey.
Yes.
But it's also very moving.
Oh, so moving. Oh, it is just mesmerising.
And add the flour and vanilla extract and gently fold them into the mixture, using a large metal spoon.
You see, this reminds me of baking a cake, and I'm sorry, I can't. You go.
Oh, she's a bit upset by it. It's so very overwhelming.
It's the language.
Yes, the language. It's very powerful.
But there's a lightness about it.
Exactly, which is so meaningful because you want a sponge to be light.
In May, emerging theatre director Natalie Unwin approached the theatre group with a novel idea. Inspired by national treasure Sir Ian McKellen and his announcement that he was to star in an age-inclusive production of Hamlet, Natalie decided it was time to reimagine Romeo and Juliet.
Thank you so much for doing this. You two are going to be great as Romeo and Juliet. I mean, I know there's a lot going on right now with lockdown and everything, but I'm so pleased you're doing this.
It's fine, I'm not worried.
Great. I just thought, why wait?
What's there to worry about?
Exactly. And I'll make it fun. We'll do the play, but we can also play some games. I have this great one. It's called Zip Zap.
Boring. We know it.
Oh, okay. Right. Maybe we should just get started.
Are you worried, Trevor?
No, I'm not worried, Valerie.
Me neither. I mean, you just have to get on with it, don't you?
Yeah, show must go on and all that.
Exactly. I mean, I've hardly thought at all about this COVID business.
Me neither. It's just too depressing.
Exactly. Just get on.
Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more.
or close the wall up with our English dead.
In peace.
Okay, great. So, shall we make a start on Romeo and Juliet?
Henry V, that is.
Act 3, Scene 1.
Great.
Just before the mass slaughter of all those men.
Maybe we should just start.
Death.
Collateral damage.
People dying.
Did you get the scripts that I sent through?
Bit like now, really.
What?
People dying.
Sure. So, Romeo and Juliet, the scripts?
Yes.
Great. So can we just start with a read through?
I'm looking forward to it.
Death.
No. Romeo and Juliet. Be good to have a focus. Take my mind off other things.
Medicine for the soul.
Exactly. I mean, not that I've been dwelling on everything or anything like that.
No.
Okay, Trevor, do you want to start?
Sure. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright immunity, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head.
Oh, sorry, Trevor, it's Bright Angel.
Yes, so that's what I said.
No, you said immunity.
Oh.
That's okay. Should we go again?
Sure. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright immunity, for thou art as glorious to this clinical waste, being o'er my furlough, as is a winged epidemic of comings unto the white, upturned, wondering, bite-sized BBC of FaceTime.
No, sorry. What you're saying isn't what's on the page. I don't know what you're saying.
I'm doing the Shakespeare.
No, you're...
Captain Tom, wherefore art thou, Captain Tom? Deny thy inflation and refuse thy Joe Wicks. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my masks, and I'll no longer be a social isolation.
Shall I hear more, or shall I pathogen at this?
'Tis but thy staycation that is my covidiot. Thou art thyself, though not a trump. What's trump? It is nor infections, nor bleach, nor aprons, nor visors, nor any other part belonging to a Hancock. Oh, be some other Hancock. What's in a Hancock? That which we call a herding mentality by any other Hancock would smell as Zoom. So Captain Tom would, were he not Tom called.
Okay, great. Shall we leave it there for today? Zip it, Helen.
Zip it, Jim.
Zip it, Alan.
There is no Alan. Alan.
To grip, man.
In today's session, group leader Jeremy has set a fun drama exercise to help the group develop their understanding of how stories are made. Newcomer Jim has been paired with old hand Jack.
Judy Garland met
Isaac Newton in Upper Mill Garden Centre. He said,
"Where the hell have you been?" She said,
"I want to kiss me quicker." Consequently,
they went to Greg's for a vegan sausage roll.
That's a good one.
Is it?
Bobby Charlton met
Florence Nightingale at the Blackpool Tower. He said,
"My name is Mr. Tibbs." She said,
mind your own business. Consequently,
they formed an unreal political alliance.
So, is this the theatre now, what we're doing?
Yeah, this is it.
I see.
How do you feel?
With my hands.
No, I mean on the inside. How do you feel inside?
Fine, thanks.
During lockdown, people all over the country who were deprived of live theatrical experiences clamoured to streaming services for live theatre shows and productions. Some members of the Greater Manchester Theatre Group who missed the rituals of the full live experience transformed their homes so they could enjoy the live stream theatre plays to their laptops, complete with all the usual trappings of a night out at the theatre.
Is it on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what I'm doing is putting out the interval drinks with the little tickets. That way, they'll be warm and a bit flat in 90 minutes. So it'll be really authentic.
Tell them about the CD.
Oh yes, we've also got a CD of background noise. So we'll get that buzz that you get in the interval. Dee, you look stunning. Here, give me the camera.
Oh, thank you. I do like to get dressed up for a night out at the theatre.
Usually I book the cheaper seats, which quite often have a restricted view. So I'm just trying to position this pile of books so that I can't quite see the whole screen.
Keen theatre goer David loves the journey to the theatre. For many of us, it's when the real buzz about the impending event kicks in and our minds wander to thinking about the wonder of the theatre that will unfold before our very eyes.
Tonight, I'm watching a live stream from Sadler's Wells. Now, I actually worked out it would take me about 4 hours to drive there. So, I actually set off about 2 p.m. this afternoon. And I've been driving around Manchester. Now I've just arrived home, so it's time to go inside.
Tonight, partners Deidre and Mike have decided to treat themselves.
It's actually my birthday today, so I was really pleased that The Glass Menagerie was streaming, because it's my favourite play. And as it's a bit of a special evening, Mike suggested we get a box tonight.
So that's why we're sat to the side here.
One of my favourite moments at the theatre is when the lights dim and the curtain goes up. So, go on then, Mike. Now, do it now.
Like many theatre goers, David is enriching the theatre experience with a pre-show formal dinner.
Just had a very simple baked pesto crushed salmon on a bed of celeriac slaw with coriander emulsion drizzle, served with charred broccolini. So now it's time to go. Log on. Let's hope I get a good seat.
The live stream is nearing the interval. The interval is a great theatrical tradition when it's time to discuss the merits of the play with friends. Helen has decided to leave a bit before the end so she can be first in line for the toilets.
It's really good, isn't it?
I love it. It's very good.
She is very good.
Very good. I just wish those people in the stalls would stop rustling their sweet wrappers though.
Brilliant. Lovely, Helen. Jack, that's beautiful. Great. And freeze. And relax. Okay. Mike? Mike?
I think he's actually frozen.
So tell me again.
There's usually a raised stage and loads of seats, and people dress up.
Which people?
The people on the stage. Well, everyone actually. But the people on the stage might be wearing unusual clothes.
Unusual?
Like old clothes, funny hats, and tights sometimes.
Tights?
That's right.
And what are they doing in these funny hats?
Shakespeare. No one can understand the word they're saying.
In July, group member Fiona was invited onto the national news channel to talk about her experiences of video calling during lockdown.
Fiona, can you hear me? We can see you and you're live.
Yes, I can hear you.
There seems to be a bit of a delay.
Live! How exciting.
Well, we'll just try and carry on.
How annoying.
Yes, there's definitely a delay.
Okay, great. Let's carry on.
But we'll try and make it work.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. Must be my equipment.
We only have a short time.
Excellent.
We still seem to have a delay, but let's keep going. How are you finding video calling?
Okay, I'll try and be quick.
Is it nice to connect with friends?
Well, it's actually a bit exhausting. I've done so many of them.
We've been reading in the news that some Zooms have gone very wrong, with people screen sharing very inappropriate material, sometimes pornographic images. What do you think about that?
Oh, yes. It's wonderful. I absolutely love seeing them all. I was worried that with the lockdown, I wouldn't get to see as much of them as I have. But it's been fine. I've almost seen more of them than I did before lockdown.
What's it been like seeing your friends on Zoom?
It's disgusting. Sick. Some of them are very degrading and violent too.
And we understand you've been playing drama games. Can you tell us about those?
Can't really explain it.
Has it been challenging?
Yes, of course. We play a game called Zip Zap Bowing.
Can you tell us how that works?
No, not really.
Okay, I understand you've been doing some very creative activities as well. What does that involve?
Well, you pick someone and then you shout, zip it at them or bowing. And if someone shouts Leo, you pretend to be a cat. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't bloody well hear you. I can't do this anymore. It's not real. We're all just pretending. I want to touch someone. I want to be held. The other night I had a dream. There was a massive earthquake. All the land was sliding all over me, covering my face. But it wasn't soil. It was tiny yellow boxes of soot. And people's faces were suffocating me. I couldn't breathe. I woke up in the library. People were dipping books into buckets of sanitizer. And then the words ran through the streets and people stood on their doorstep and clapped and banged on their saucepans. They were a mass with words, empty platitudes and statements. Words and sauce and saucy words left all over the pavement. At home, children were printing off pictures of rainbows and putting them straight through the shredder, just for something to do. The schools are full of knives and forks and card readers because the restaurants were running out of space. Outside, cars queued 2 meters apart. At the local immunity centre, people were being herded together through a car wash by 2 sheep and a goat. And in the town square, there was a great statue, a mime artist dressed in a bronze suit with a copper face, who occasionally moved positions and people threw money, but eventually they pushed him over. And they decided to erect a new statue, but a fight broke out because no one could agree on the order of the words. In the supermarkets, they started wearing ventilators, and at the tills, you had to join queues according to how many followers you had on Twitter. And the more you had, the quicker you got served. When someone complained, they were spat at and everyone could beat them in the ribs, and some people rebeated them, and I stood there thinking, all humanity is scum. I don't want this anymore. I looked down the high street. It was packed. People streaming along, live streaming right down the centre of the road, to the centre left, to the centre right, and far, far away in the distance, a live stream of people holding placards saying things like, I want to be on my own and I enjoy solitude. And I felt the same. And for the first time in a long, long time, I felt a connection with someone, and I wanted to join them. We enjoy solitude until we're all just people again, normal people. Then we got another message, and another, and another, and another, until all the uncollected recycling bottles were filled with messages, each one saying, end it, end meeting for all now. And nobody was ever allowed to meet again. All I could do on my own alone was hum, we'll meet again, even though I knew it would never happen. And I could only hum it to myself because all singing had been banned. And it was that which made me cry. And then the floods came and I woke up.
The members of this group survived the period of lockdown admirably, demonstrating love, care and community. They heeded advice to stay alert and proved they could do their bit and build, as now they look to the future with hope and determination to reconstruct their theatrical lives.
So let me see if I've got this right.
Go on.
Theatre is a play or a musical.
Aye, usually with someone off the telly.
So it's a fun night out with friends, bit light-hearted and frivolous.
But people that go are real cultural connoisseurs. They have a presence.
So a lot of posh people who go and talk a load of rubbish.
Well, it's full of people with lots of confidence. And loud people.
And all written by dead white people, you say? Bourgeois.
Well, theatre is for children or old people.
I see.
Remember, there is nuance and ambience.
And is that a play?
Theatre is about the past.
That bit of culture. Then that's it until next year. A Christmas treat.
It probably is some of those things.
Who are you?
But it's other things too.
Theatre is in all of us.
Whether we know it or not.
Theatre is stories.
And we are all stories.
Each of us.
Shaping our own unique story.
Our theatre is for the man who retired and his whole life fell away and he needed a new purpose.
Or the woman who lost her partner of nearly 50 years and needed new friends.
Theatre is for the child inside who got told you are not creative enough.
Our theatre builds mental strength.
Emotional resilience.
If we lost our theatre, if society lost theatre, it would be necessary to begin to recreate it.
Theatre is laughing.
Theatre is crying.
Clenching fists.
Together.
It is breathing.
And being in this moment.
And this.
And this.
It's making and experiencing incredible art.
It's a shelter from the rains outside. A cup of tea.
It's intellectual struggle.
Challenge.
It provokes you.
It's the confidence to have an opinion and not to be ridiculed. It lets you grow.
Change.
I'm still learning at 85.
Theatre's for everyone. It's not just for the posh. It's for people like me, people like you, people who live in Colliers, on my council estate.
Theatre is all the friends I've made.
A chosen family.
To give me strength and support as I grow older.
Theatre is finally finding your voice.
It has enriched me to be my best self.
It's being connected into a giant community.
It makes you feel alive.
It becomes part of you.
And you, it.
Theatre is feeling like.
It's feeling like.
Theatre, it's feeling like
You belong.